So, please grab what you need for your yoga practice. If it's a bolster, if it's blocks, a nice sheepskin, um, and we will start in a few minutes. Sit and simmy up here. All right. This is my second live. Oh, my laptop is going to die. Okay, I guess we're not doing Facebook since I don't. Oh, actually, make it the charger. My little shadow. This doggy is my shadow. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. There we go. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining. Go ahead and find either a comfortable seat or if it's accessible for you to be on a chair. I encourage this, and I'm realizing it is very dark. There we go. Okay, that's better. So we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. Begin to settle into your environment. I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Just gonna storm rolling in. Seems like there is quite a bit of fog outside. And I just want you to take a moment to listen to your environment and what is around you. Taking a moment to center into yourself and what sounds are around you, what scents you may smell, the textures of what is beneath you. Seneca, and just noticing how your body feels this morning or daytime, evening, whenever you're watching, listening. And begin to bring your attention to your feet. You can touch your feet, give yourself a little massage on your feet. Bring some tension into your toes. So squeeze your toes together and feel all of the constriction and tightness, and then release and let the the toes expand. And notice how your foot feels when it's in expansion. And then go ahead and contract your foot again. Squeeze your toes. Hold. And then release. And notice the difference when you're squeezing and contracting and when you're open and expanding. And the reason I'm starting with feet today is because this is our foundation. Our feet are what allow us to stand, walk, dance, be in our bodies. This is why grounding, having our bare feet on the earth is so important. So continue to notice any sensations in your feet and give them some love, give them some massage. Offer yourself this time in the next 45 minutes or so. You can always come back to the replay. Be here right now and feel into what are your feet needing from you. We often sort of forget about the feet. We're usually in socks and shoes, especially if it's really cold outside. And we just want to give our feet some love. The tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet. Maybe some gentle stretching of the toes. Just warming, getting circulation in the feet. And also taking note of maybe there's numbness in your toes. Working with a lot of elderly, working with people who've gone through different treatments for cancer. It can often cause neuropathy, numbness in the toes. And so really allowing yourself to connect with this part of your body and allow for any sensation that is present to be there. And just take another minute with the feet here, making sure to greet both feet. For me, I notice that when I am standing a lot throughout the day, and I'm not very mindful of taking breaks, of sitting down, of moving in a different position, I notice that my feet feel very sore. They feel very tired. And so the morning is such a nice time to greet our feet. And I love sort of the imagery of sitting at our feet. And so now, as we have explored our feet and we're sitting at our own feet, which I know sounds a little funny, maybe sitting at the feet of an elder, sitting at, I like to think of sitting at the feet as being surrendered to um, being surrendered to what's in front of us, and listening, like really, really listening. So we're sitting at our own feet um, and we're listening. And that's what this practice is about, is listening to our body, listening to the subtleties. And as we turn into the new sort of pre-springtime in February when we, in the Chinese zodiac, when we came into the fire horse, it was pretty clear that we were being asked to listen to the subtleties of the body and just how horses are so attuned to subtle energy and their environment as they are animals of prey. We too are being asked to tune into the nuances and really sort of attuning our senses to what is happening in my environment. Okay. And recognizing that you are safe, that you are held, that you are loved. Those are really great mantras to repeat. I am safe, I am held, I am loved, or I am loved, however it comes out. And allowing yourself to come back to one of those or a mantra, I am safe, I am held, I am loved, is really going to offer that grounding as you navigate the rest of your day. And also remembering your feet, remembering your feet and the power and strength of your feet, of being the foundation of your entire chain of your body. And since my work is very focused on the pelvic bowl, on the pelvic floor, on the pelvis in general, um, it's neat to have the connection between the feet and the pelvis, um, and recognizing that it really does start with our feet, like the chain really starts there. And so if you have pelvic pain, if you have pelvic tension, if you have congestion, inflammation, endometriosis, um, uh, yeah, bacterial vaginosis infection, yeast infection, there's so many sort of, labels and things that are happening in the pelvis. But if you do experience those, um, if you're early postpartum and you're bringing blood flow back into your 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 pelvis, recognizing that when we tend to our feet, and when we offer our love and appreciation for our feet, that we are absolutely communicating not only with the pelvis, but with the entire body, but starting with the feet. So, as we are in this seated position, um, we're going to begin our hip circles, very, very gentle, talking about bringing blood flow to the pelvis. And so as we make these circles, noticing what's happening in the hips, noticing where there might be points of tension, of constriction, and just offering breath. Just offering breath here. And in the beginning of this session, about 10 minutes ago, we were attuning to our environment. So I ask you again to bring your attention to your environment and notice any sounds. For me, I hear some upstairs neighbors getting ready for the morning, getting ready for their day. I hear the processor of my laptop next to the phone that is working. I hear birds outside. So really just tuning into the environment and letting it be part of the practice. So continuing with the hip circles and now coming in the opposite direction. If you're going the left, go to the right. And maybe the hip circles get a little bit bigger. Mm. And as we make our way back to center, take a moment and close your eyes. We met our feet. We met our strong, capable, flexible, mobile feet. And we began to work our way up to the pelvis. Now I want you to bring your hands to your ribs. So just under where your bra line is, or where your bra line is, under the chest. And notice as you breathe without changing your breath, just notice what's happening under your hands. And on the next inhale, you're going to expand your lungs, your side body lungs, your front lungs, back lungs, into your hands, into a 360. So inhale, expand into your hands and feel your lungs expanding, pushing into your fingertips and stretching your fingers. And exhale, release. And when I say stretching into your fingers, I don't mean you're stretching your fingers. I mean that wherever your fingers are placed and you're sending breath into your upper diaphragm, that is stretching your fingers. That's what I mean by stretching your fingers. Just begin to notice how you can expand that breath just gently. We're not We're not doing that. We're not hyperventilating. We are bringing our awareness to our breath and allowing for our lungs to expand in a 360. So inhale, expand, and hold for a breath. Exhale, extend your exhale longer than your inhale. So let's inhale a count of 4. Hold at the top. Exhale a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale for 4. Hold at the top. Exhale for 6. And continue for 3 more breaths at your own pace, allowing for the breath in your body to expand into all of the cells in your body, nurturing all of your cells, allowing for healthy regeneration of all of your cells. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. I wanted to mention that it's like my 10-year anniversary of when I was studying Hatha Yoga in San Diego, and I taught my very first class at Mosaic Yoga in Golden Hill when it existed in Golden Hill. And I taught um, I taught a class where the proceeds went to Change for Heroes, a nonprofit organization. And it was on Wednesday, Wednesday nights, and it was such a joy to bring to the community and my dear friend and um, yoga colleague, Megan, she started that specific, the word is escaping me. Um, but yeah, donation-based class. Um, so it feels really full circle to be offering this class today. And here we continue on with our breathing, really gentle. We don't want to shock the system. Just very gently allowing for the ribs to expand and contract back. And now we will make our way and send our energy up the spine to our shoulders. Our lovely shoulders, our traps. Right here at the top of our shoulders, that nice dense muscle, trapezius. And I want you to paw and massage the tops of your shoulders. And again, we're just taking inventory. We're just noticing what is happening underneath our fingers. And allowing it to be. And as we explore our tissues, we're inviting our own muscles to soften. And why it's so powerful to do this on your own skin with your own muscles is because you are the one who is experiencing all of the sensations in your body. And so being in tune with what's happening is going to help you be in tune with what's happening in your life. So, like what's happening in your body is a reflection of your reality, of what's happening in your environment. And so, if you're in an environment that is feeling a bit intense or activating, and your muscles are tightening as a protective mechanism, they're clenching, they are creating a protective shield for whatever the environment is presenting to you, whether it's in a grocery store and it's feeling a bit overwhelming, or it's a one-on-one conversation with somebody and there's a bit of activation going on in your body. It's good now that we're tuning in to what's the state of your traps right now? What is the state? For me, I feel, especially on the left side, I feel like a bit of a brick. Like it feels very tender and it feels um, very taut and like ropey, like the muscle feels very ropey. And so I want you to be taking inventory of what's happening in your own body so that you feel empowered, so that you can greet your day and greet whatever comes from this place of, hey, I checked in with my traps this morning. I can meet this moment. Right? So we can translate what's happening here on the yoga mat or, wherever you find yourself doing this practice, but as kind of metaphor for being on the mat, we can practice what's on the mat off the mat. And so that's for me what yoga is about is the yoking, bringing together the masculine and feminine that exists in all of us and bringing that together into greater harmony so that we can go out and create and we can have fluidity and we can have movement and adaptability and flexibility. So let's continue on with exploring what's happening with the shoulders and let's expand into the chest region. So gently stroking the chest and the pectoral muscles and allowing for that softening. And as you're stroking, you're feeling your ribs right here below the collarbone here, ribs here. And actually, let's just do a little bit of lymph work. So at the collarbones right here, you can see my collarbones right there in that crease. You're going to gently make a J shape. It's like a half moon, okay? And 10 of these doesn't have to be exact. Moving the lymph, getting it going, getting things flowing. And coming up to your ears, making like a Spock, which I can't do without going like this, but your pointer finger, middle finger together, your ring finger and pinky together. And you're going to bring that like this by your ears, like Spock, Star Wars, and then Star Trek. And then gently moving backwards, moving the fluid backwards. Another 10. Then sending it down your neck, stroking your neck, allowing for the chi, allowing for the prana, the energy moving down towards your heart. And on the chest, you can tap. I'm already feeling more saliva secretion happening. Tapping. And now we will come into the armpit. It's best if you can do it skin to skin. And you're going to pump up 3 times, or let's do 10 times. Keep with 10. And then we will gather here on the side, coming up towards the armpit. Again, this kind of C motion. I didn't mention that before, but it's like a C. It's like a this with the hand. Coming into the armpit. Oh yeah, things are already moving like my senses. Up into the armpit 10 times. And then from the armpit, we go down into the auxiliary nodes, lymph nodes. Down. And then we'll switch to the other side. We're pumping up into the armpit 10 times. Okay, coming up the side ribs. You can rest your palm on your head. And the number of times doesn't matter. We're just getting a nice, gentle circulation flow going. And then downwards into the armpit. And coming back here to our clavicle with those J's. Spock ears. And then bringing your hands to your traps where we were exploring earlier and gently dropping. Offering even more of that loving touch, loving kindness, self-compassion. You can come from the back of the neck, bring the hands down like this. My teacher, Lisa Levitt Gainsey, I think is her full. She's the lymphatic massage therapist. She has been cultivating her career of lymphatic massage for, I think, 3 decades in LA. I think she was doing maybe outpatient, or she was doing massage for, I believe, cancer patients, post treatment, I believe, at UCLA. And she's such a wonderful human and offers so much for free. She has paid offerings as well, but she has a wonderful book, which I do have on my bookshelf, I believe. And she just has taught me so much about self care for the body, for the mind, for the soul. And she's also a big advocate for swimming. Um, has such wonderful cardiovascular exercise, great for the lymph, great for digestion, great for all systems, great for the heart. Um, and yeah, so that's our gentle lymph flow. There's so many more places on the body to offer that gentle stroking, but generally bringing towards the heart. And like in Abhyanga, in oil massage, in Ayurvedic oil massage, we're also circulating, slightly different in that we're circulating um, towards the heart. Um, it's different in that we're circulating. We're still going towards the heart. Okay, so now we've done our lymph massage, and let's move into some gentle work on the neck. So we're going to bring our right ear towards our right shoulder and gently feel the stretch on the left side of the neck. And we are warming up our body. And slowly bring your chin towards the center and bringing your head to the left side, stretching the right side of the neck, left ear towards the left shoulder. And bringing awareness to what's happening in the body, what's happening in the mind, just helping to soften the thoughts, soften the criticisms, soften the shell that we all have to protect. Whether it's the elements that we're protecting against, whether it's the energy that we're protecting against of being in aura with another human, in close proximity to other humans. We all do form a protective shell, and that is human nature. But with yoga, we're allowing for that barrier, that boundary to kind of soften when it needs to soften, when we need to open our hearts. Placing one hand on the heart and one hand on the low belly or the womb. Tuning into what is happening underneath your hands. If you're watching in the morning, perhaps, and you haven't eaten breakfast or you haven't eaten your next meal to come, just noticing how the belly feels. Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it firm? Does it feel a little upset? Does it feel a little unsettled? Giving love, giving some gentle stroking, rubbing the belly, rubbing the heart space, maybe at the same time. Offering yourself a moment of gratitude, appreciation for your space, wherever you may be, appreciation for any animals, creatures, friends, humans that are in the space. And we offer ourselves loving kindness and self compassion, we are better equipped to offer it to others. Whether you're parenting, you're a teacher, you work with others in your work environment, your mailman, person at the grocery store. I like to think as of kindness as a cultivation that we have in our body, that when we do acts of kindness or say things that are kind to others, it's because we have cultivated it within ourselves. We have a deep, deep kindness for ourselves, for our own bodies, for our own hearts. And it's a practice. It will never not be a practice. That's why it's yoga practice. And each time that we come to the mat, each time that we enter into our yoga practice, into our devotion to ourselves, our devotion to our environment, to our loved ones, to our children, we're cultivating that deep, deep devotion. So that when we are interacting with our environment, when we are interacting with others, that we are more easily able to give because we've given to ourselves. And perhaps you only have 10 minutes or less. Finding some way to connect to yourself, one way that feels really, really nourishing to you. And that could be even just a warm cup of tea or your coffee or a book that is really speaking to you, that you find a passage of that you are allowing to integrate into your heart, into your mind. However, you nurture yourself, please make sure that it doesn't have to be the same. It can be the same every day. It could be a routine, it could be a ritual in that way, but it can also just be whatever's speaking to you in the moment. Some people are more into the ritual, and other people are more kind of, yeah, free flowing or just kind of spontaneous, and maybe a mix, right? Let's move into our arms, offering a gentle movement, gentle hug of the self, continuing on with this theme of love, of loving kindness, waking up the joints, the elbows, the wrists, moving with intention, especially if you're texting, if you're typing, if you are on technology, if you are doing something with your hands that is repetitive motion, really getting the blood flowing, opening and closing. Oh, not only is this spirit fingers happening here, but it is also incredible for blood flow in the hands, for the nerves. You have so many nerve endings on your fingertips. Offering a little bit of stretching of the hands, whatever feels good. These are all suggestions, invitations. Nothing is required. And stretching over the head, bending to one side, and just noticing any sensations that arise as we begin to explore more parts of the body. Stretching arms overhead and then bringing them in front of you. I never got to say, but you're interlacing the fingers if that's accessible to you. Just playing around with any movements that feel good. Interlacing the fingers and moving the wrists. A gentle stretch of the wrists. Feel free to take whatever movements feel good. Mm. Today is Monday, Moon Day, and this day of the week uh, is about your emotional awareness and your inner landscape, your emotional landscape. And so I invite you to allow for everything that you've cultivated in this practice to continue with you throughout your day. So um, as you are sort of going through your daily tasks of brushing your teeth, of eating, of getting your kids ready for school, of getting ready for work, of working out, of wherever you find yourself at the day, I invite you to take pause. So let's do that now. Let's take pause, maybe close the eyes, take pause and inventory of how your heart is feeling. We've done some really nice heart openers, just gentle, of stretching, of moving your energy throughout your body, and then just tuning into what is your heart saying right now? What is it asking you to do? And are you listening to hear it, right? Are you listening to what your heart is asking of you? So tuning in right now. And if you want, you can go back to placing a hand on the belly if that feels good to have that heart womb, heart belly connection. But just noticing again, what is the heart saying? Just listening. Just listening in this moment. Mm. I keep hearing the word soften. Soften, soften, soften. Soften into your heart space. Get really, really comfortable with being in your heart space. And when we were working with our hands and we are stretching and we are bringing blood flow, the hands are an extension of our heart. So everything that we do with our hands comes from our heart. So if we're cooking, if we're making something, if we're writing, or driving, it all comes from the heart. So coming back to that throughout your day. And if you need a little check in, just place your hand on your heart. Let this check in be a reminder that you always have the opportunity to pause before you act, before you say something, and take a breath. Listen to your heart space. What is it asking you to do? Who is it asking you to be to yourself? I think most of us have an inner critic, right? I think this time is an opportunity to make friends with that inner critic, to have that self compassion. What was done or said yesterday is in the past. If there's repair that is asking to be made with yourself, give yourself that repair now. Perhaps there's repair that's being asked to be given to another human, offering that repair now, sending that loving kindness and compassion to yourself, feeling that, cultivating that within yourself, and then sending that If there's somebody that you want to send the loving kindness, compassion to, sending that to them now. And energetically connecting your heart space with that person. Just think of the one person that comes to mind. Who comes immediately to mind? That one person connecting your heart space to theirs. Energetically connecting that heart space, sending the love like a thread from your heart to their heart. And they might be across the world, they might be so far away geographically, but you're able to send that energy all the way to their heart space. So feeling that energy from your heart space moving on this thread, this golden thread, connecting to their heart space. And once it's there, tuning in to sort of this field that's been created between your heart space and their heart space. And just being with it. And noticing what you feel. For me, I'm feeling like a warmth and a tingling, a little bit of activation in my heart space. Just tuning into how it feels. And maybe there's not quite a sensation that you're able to name or that you're noticing. But regardless, there is still that energy exchange that's happening. And it's such a gift to yourself. Yes, it's a gift to the other person on the other side, but it's a gift to yourself first. For me, I'm offering a forgiveness. I'm offering a compassion and an understanding and acceptance. For myself, I forgive myself. I accept myself. I love myself. And then sending that through the golden thread, all of that loving kindness through the golden thread to their heart space. And check in and see, perhaps you feel a bit lighter. Perhaps there's a little bit more ease in your movement. Maybe offering a gentle sway. Whatever's asking to be, moved through. Mm. And then from your heart space, you've got this thread. I want you to energetically cut the thread from your heart space. It's cut. And cut the thread from their heart space. It's cut. And then allow for that golden thread to sift down into the earth. Let the earth take it. Let the earth compost it. And give your upper body a little shake. Maybe shake out the hands. Get the movement flowing. Opening your eyes if they're not already open. Hmm. And how did that feel? Just taking note. If you have somewhere you could write down, jot down how it feels. How does it feel to be offering that loving kindness to yourself and extending it and expanding it to the person that you chose. Just write down a few words, a few sentences. Know that you can come back to writing, but just as a way to kind of help integrate that experience. Hmm, I'm definitely feeling a lot lighter and more at ease. And if you're able to come to a stand, we've been sitting for a while, we're going to move our lower limbs nice and slow. For me, I'm feeling a lot of sort of stagnancy in my legs. And so I'm being very gentle and intentional with my movement, some light, gentle ankle circles, bending of the knee, just bringing it down slow. And that may have moved a lot of energy sort of through through your body, and so you may have some sensation in your like forehead, in your temples. So maybe giving a little bit of love to those areas and the eyebrows. Mm. And shaking out the feet and the legs, little gentle bend in the knees, a little bouncing. I kind of feel like you're skiing, your feet are together. Because you wouldn't be skiing with your feet super like that close together, but you know what I mean. You got your knees bent and you're moving into the joints with your ankles, allowing for that mobility. And let's bring it into a little bit of a dance. Oh, my tummy is grumbling. We're moving into some dancing, side to side. March to the beat of your own drum. Dance to the beat of your own drum, right? Maybe you have music playing. That's awesome. I've got the music of my guinea pig drinking her water. I might be able to play a little music actually. Let's see. Okay, it's probably going to pause when I do this. Let's see if I can play some music. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Whatever movement wants to take form. Instead to parents who are super amazing sons for whatever movement wants to happen. Okay, 7 minutes of this song is just an opportunity for you to allow yourself to play your play to your day. And this is 7 minutes of you bringing play to your day. If you have your kids, if you have your animals. I'm to be here with you. This song is Tashi Lama Chenno, Krishna Das, and Meena Rao. It's- Calm yourself, do the energy through. Yes. Medicine for the heart. What are you feeling in this moment? You get multiple things at once. Heart expanding. Lying down on your back. Vasana folds. Tuning into your emotional landscape, tuning into what is happening, heart space, and alchemizing that through your movement, through your breath, something new, our creators. And emotions that come, allow them to welcome them, take me to them. Down, allow yourself to express. Couple more minutes. We'll come back from our play. Looking in this moment. Whatever is coming up, whatever you're feeling right now, allowing it to be there, welcoming it. Know that it is going to pass. No emotion stays forever. Isn't that the beauty of life? Wow. Feeling the abundance in your life, feeling the abundance of this moment, gratitude for this moment. Right. Last 30 seconds before we come back. All right. That was 7 minutes of play, of opportunity to, yeah, bring more play. So we'll close with 3 ohms, a unifying opportunity for us to bring all that we cultivated in today's practice out into the world. Here we are with an inhale, exhale will be om. Om. Feel the vibration. Om. Inhale. Om. Really expand or extend the exhale on this last one. Om. All right. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.